What's going on, guys? In the last video, I talked about why it's so important to not jump right back into the same level of activity or fitness that you were at prior to an injury or illness because we've sat out for a little while. In this video, I want to talk about why it is so important to start that stair-step progression back up to the level that you were at as quickly as possible so that more time decay doesn't happen. We don't get out of our routine further and lose even more overall progress. So we're going to use the same chart. Fitness level is on the y-axis and time is on the x-axis. We're using that 0 to 10 ranking. Activities of daily living are a 2 and about a CrossFit competition's a level 10. We've got somebody who's maybe like a recreational tennis player or jogger that they're cruising along in life and they sustain an injury, requiring them to take 4 to 6 weeks off. Obviously, during that time when they weren't active, their fitness level is going to slowly decline. And then if we don't have a good plan in place on how to return back to our prior level of function, we often end up burning a lot more time than needed. Either we don't really know how much time we should rest, so we take too much, or we just get out of our routine and have a hard time starting it back up again. And now we've been sitting around the house for 2 to 3 months. We haven't been getting our vitamin D, we haven't been exercising, and it makes us much more likely to get an illness or get sick. So then we burn up another 3 to 4 weeks just trying to get over being sick and getting further and further away from our original routine. And then let's just say we get a season change or another just period of life where it's even harder to get back into that routine. And over time, our fitness level just keeps getting lower and lower and lower, making it mentally harder and harder to get back started again. Well, at some point, you are going to hit a level of awareness. This is when most people reach out to us or another provider looking for help. And at this point, they kind of know they're in trouble because the little things of life, like walking up a staircase or playing with their grandkids or walking their dog, are becoming what feels like the peak of their physical ability. The term health span catches a lot of attention, and it's basically the difference between the most you can do and the least you can do. We always want this difference to be as large as possible because as life goes, it is naturally going to decline some with age. Now, honestly, when we're young, we can bounce back from things like that pretty quickly. We take some time off to rest, but as soon as we get back at it, we're pretty much back where we started within a few weeks. As we get older and more time gets on, it gets harder and harder to walk back up that staircase. So if we have a significant event that drops our fitness level, going back up to that prior level of fitness is going to take months or even years if we're talking about recovering from like a total joint replacement or a significant illness, which is why it's so important to always keep the space as much as possible between the least you can do and the most you can do. Because honestly, your ability to enjoy life and do the things you want to do is what lies in between those two spaces. The more space you have, the more opportunities you have to enjoy life.